mind game, overtime's up. Play my cards, dealt my hand, ain't really no time for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back, did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag, copy and paste with the swag. Bet you can't do it like me, all my winners on repeat. Take your L like a boss, stand 10 toes on your feet. I can never take a loss, I ain't set up for defeat. 40 autos on the truck, I had a dream and it's stuck. Living my life cause we up, looking back like where the love. So I be hella low key, but contrary to belief, loyalty runs deep. I keep my ear to the streets, struggle turn me to a beast. I'm off the chain, I'm off the leash, but baby girl I play for keeps. Told my brother lately I've been scheming, against all odds like Willie Beeman. I've been grinding lately, this my season. Lord knows I'm trying to find my reason. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go. Now I get it to go.
Ain't it crazy how them tables turn? You can fold or you can stand firm. I'm a real one, so I ain't concerned. I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch him hate, watch him lurk. Can't relate, watch you skirt. Out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters, in the murks, out the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fame, get the money. I'm out in LA where it's sunny. I've been eating since a young and since we ain't have food in our tummy. The life we was living ain't funny, but you cannot take nothing from me. Put that on my mama, my daughter, my cousin, my brother, I'll show you. Way better than I can tell you. The type of dreams that they sell you. That's why I learned from my failures. Don't do the handouts or the favors. Told my brother I'ma get this paper. Was left behind, I'll see it later. To keep it real, you don't need to wait up. Lay it out on the line, ain't no looking back. Giving my all with no strings attached. Came from the bottom, rose through the cracks. Spotlight on you, boy, how you gon' act?
I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. I remember sleeping with my ribs touched. Now I get it to go. 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 I remember sleeping with my ribs touched.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Salt Lake City Pioneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Thomas. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, try and run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something that can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. So, go and bring the beat back. Try and tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat.
Get set! Grenade team! 44. Let's go one more. Shift.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
He was brought down.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Check. Man out. 84.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
Watson's pass.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Get set. Grenade team. 44 is the mic. You ain't doing nothing today.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
On the carry.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
For a Falcon.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
On 1st down, Monroe. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Spin the block around like the hair of the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend in my energy paralyzed. I'm like a finger 11. Take a second, I'm finished.
Set. 44. Here we go, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Gain on the
that
play.
one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Let's get in them holes. Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down.
Check.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Melvin Gordon, the ball carrier.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expecting up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant. He said I got good news and I got bad news.
And Mike Tomlin going to roll up the sleeves here and say, let's go for it on fourth.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike. 50.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Completion here to Claypool. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. 44.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
A busy first quarter. His third catch of the afternoon is a first down. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. To the air yet again. Watson. Screen pass to Lindsey. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Safe. 54. 59.
Watson looks to throw again. Buying time to his left.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. And when he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let him know. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
Back.
19 Tiger.
SOS. Alert flare.
79 Bronco.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Blue Dan. 57's the mic. Watch 50.
Panther 60. Coming. Dragon 60.
Tight dog.
On first and 10, Monroe into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, the 40, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Salt Lake.
So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage.
Mike 54. I'm here all day.
54's Mike.
19 tight.
54. Watch 54.
To throw on 3rd down, Monroe. He'll have a first down past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Now, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On first down, It's Henry, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Falcons, first down.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brought down at the 30-yard
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he's got some space here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Grady Jarrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be out right at the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a game
but one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. This is Henry. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
He's brought down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll go down at the 28.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
I'm coming. Here we go, oh. Here we go, oh. One's the mic. Watch one. Watch one.
Here it comes. Here it comes.
Switch. Watch twist. Watch twist.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
The extra point is
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 50, it's Watson. Got Gordon open, completes it. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Right there, 54 Mike.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed... use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Gordon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Set. Great team.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Watson able to hit his target, Claypool. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And
from down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Watson Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Hey, watch the lane.
From the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Intended for
that is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Again, it's Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run with Henry. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's get that ball. Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Check.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now it's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call.
Here we go. Here we go.
we spin the block around just like the hands of the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend in my energy paralyzed. I'm like a finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a parent a message. You're the best. If it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess. You was scary to me. I heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you, a cheater, one band, a bear in the scene. And I feel just like a cheetah prince and I'm the air in the sea.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Push him back. So Mike's number one. Strip the ball.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The ball carrier.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. 18 Cardinal. You go night.
Looking to throw on second down. Monroe. And right side, Henry's got it. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Third down.
Mike 1.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Monroe, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Boy, how about that one? He reeled it in one-handed for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Falcons.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
Watson, off play action. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And it's brought in by Washington. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Complete.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 44-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Gotta do better. Come on, let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. The 20. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A gain there of 30 big ones. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Watson.
James Washington, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
On for the point after.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Boswell good with the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Tariq Cohen.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Rocco 80. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Double up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Switch, switch, switch.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Monroe. Oh, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes left side. And this will be a touchdown.
Salt Lake.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point put through by Boswell. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And we are all tied at 28.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Mike 57. Time to go. Night-night. We got double tight. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down.
A slant to Jones. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
His own 49.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Kill. Cup 19.
Back to throw. Monroe. It's caught. Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
At the 42-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff to Henry.
Derrick
A gain of 3, second down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
To throw on second down. Monroe looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch 54. Here we go. He's 70 Lions. Checking crash. Check. Fresno.
On third down, Henry. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Watch tight end. 3 down. Hop, nickel. Check. 60 Bison.
Looking to throw. Monroe, open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
57's a Mike.
They'll run on first down. Henry, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Monroe going to throw deep for the end zone.
Monroe's.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Watch twist. Panther 60. Under 10. 10. Trap 60.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
For the Falcons' field goal, a 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
31.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tack McKinley. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
Watson.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
A gain of
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off of play action, it's Watson. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
And out. 4th down.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here comes Westbrook. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Their own 46-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Henry, the ball carrier.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If he's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Mike 57. Here we go. Go.
Again to Henry.
That's it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 more yards.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
57's Mike.
And again this time to the tailback. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Henry on the carry.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
One's the mic. Watch one. Coming for you. Check. Cougar 19. He's checking.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. Pushing tacklers aside. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Taken down.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game.
Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Derrick Henry with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Falcons 38, Pioneers 28.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Chase Claypool, the intended target. 3rd down here.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Watson. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
1st and goal.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the foot. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
The score, Falcons.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had once, and the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Grady Jarrett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Able to get this to Gordon. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's
from the gun on third, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Now this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
On downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 6.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. On 3rd and 2, Monroe. And that will be incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run. It's Henry. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Derrick Henry becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now, the PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Switch up. 45.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside.
40 set. 18. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
Gordon, the
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down.
20-yard line.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Final score, Falcons.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Atlanta, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals.